Well, I'm I'm really I'm really questioning the Mercedes strategists. This has happened way too many times. We've seen them screw up the strategy, especially Lewis Hamilton's team, or as a team as a whole, because they did it with Bottas and them before when Valtteri and Hamilton were teammates. And we even heard Valtteri at one point in time scream that I told you all this was going to be a two stopper. I think to be an elite team as competitive as Mercedes comes off to be, this has gone on too long. I think it's going on way too long. I think if you don't get it together, not saying that you can't be third because you are at this point in time, like you're a solid third team on the grid, which is not trash, but is that what you really want? I doubt it. Every team really wants to be number one. Now, whether those teams have the ability to be number one or not is something else. But I am waiting to pop this bottle. I'm going to pop this bottle every time Mercedes gets a podium, whether that's Russell or that's Hamilton. I'm going to pop a bottle. And the way this is going to work is every time I pop a bottle, I'm going to double the money I spend on the next bottle that we pop. All right. Recently this week, we had two people win their VIP boxes. So those boxes will go out as soon as I finish getting them together. But on to the business. I'm not sure that Mercedes is getting, I think maybe they've got a little bit too much going on. At this point in time, I almost thought they were going to give up on the slim down side pods and go back to their traditional, their initial side pod design that they had brought out. And I think that was Barcelona, but they haven't. And we did see some indications that were progress this week in the Miami GP. What are we going to see this coming up week? I don't know. I really can't say, and I really don't know. I am kind of suspicious. I'm suspicious right now of Mercedes' intent for the 22 season. I'm wondering if right now Mercedes has dialed back into still collecting data, still wanting information, still wanting to do things to show progress, but really are developing for 2023 at this point in time. I'm wondering if they've thrown in the white flag to a degree, right? And it's just because the rest of the field has not caught up or has not made the proper progress that they have or Ferrari has or Red Bull has that's allowed them to live in third or in that top five position. But we all know this, that in Formula One, if you're standing still, you're getting passed, right? You can't not get complacent. You can't just sit there and think that if you're good right now, then you should be good, period, because teams are growing, drivers are growing, everybody's trying to push the envelope. And right now we will be going into Spain on May 20th. So that gives us a little bit of a break coming forward. That gives us a little break. So we're going to have, plenty of time to see what they do going into this weekend, what they do as far as getting developed, what they do as far as implementing changes. I think Ferrari is looking to bring some bigger upgrades instead of just updates. I think they're looking to bring upgrades by Spain. We're going to see how that affects them. I'm pretty sure Red Bull is going to try to remain in power as far as they're moving. Right now, I think as it sits in the standings, Charles is still first. Verstappen is 85. Perez is 66. Russell is 59. Sainz is 53. And Hamilton has 36 points. All right. So that's where we sit right now as far as drivers. When it comes to constructors, Ferrari is still in front only by 6 points. Only by 6 points. Red Bull is right behind. Red Bull might quite possibly be looking at having the 2022 season end with not only a driver championship with Max. I don't think so with Perez. Perez is not mathematically out of it, but I don't know if he gets that. And I don't know if Charles is going to yield that. I'm just speaking hypothetically that right now, if Max does get first, lock down the first section, first position, the world championship, it's quite possible that Red Bull gets their Constructors Championship and they double up this season. I don't know if that's going to happen. Ferrari looks pretty strong. Charles looks pretty strong. He makes some mistakes that I don't agree with all the time, Like the mistake he made in Italy and Imola, he made a mistake by pushing instead of protecting when he already had the position on lock. He could have just finished out in second and had those points and been good. Instead, he pushes it and he drops all the way back and he loses out. Like that was not the position. Right now, had he not did that, he'd still have a very nice cushion between him and Max, but now he doesn't have as big a cushion as he would have had. Although he still has roughly, I think that's about a 19. He still has about 15 point cushion between him and Max. So I mean that's not totally bad. So yeah, he's got about 19. He's got 19 point cushion between him and Max. So that's still good, but that's like you making a mistake and Max getting first in another Grand Prix and then he's ahead by at least another 3 or 4 points. So it's not really where you want to be, Charles. But anyway, Mercedes, you got to get on your job. You better find out what you're going to do. I'm hoping that when you bring these updates, we see some tremendous progress and power in both of these cars, teams, both Russell and Hamilton, especially Hamilton. Bono, you sound like you down lost, bro. You sound like you don't know what the hell you want to do over there. You sounding like you're not confident in making these calls. You asking Lewis Hamilton, does he want to pit right now? You have all the information, and Lewis was right with what he said. You tell me. That's not something I should have to decide. You have all the information, Bono. You got more information than Lewis has right now. You should know. And yes, you should have pitted Lewis right when the safety car came out. You should have pitted him. You shouldn't have waited. You waited until the cars got in line and got crunched up in respect to the safety car. Because that's what it turned in. I think it went from virtual safety car to safety car, and it was too late by then, bro. Like you waited, you delayed, and that's not your first time. So you got to get your strategy on point. Lewis is getting frustrated. I think Russell's even still frustrated with some of the things that are going on, but he's driving solid. Hamilton's even driving solid. The cars are not completely there yet, but more than that, the strategies are not completely there yet. So we'll see what happens. We got a whole good 2 weeks. We're going to have some fun here. We're going to develop some content here, see if we can't go into the next week with a bit better explanation and viewing of testing and practice, not testing, but practice and then qualifying and then actually going to race day, having some good grid spots from Mercedes. I'm not concerned with Red Bull and Ferrari. They are where they are, and they're doing a damn phenomenal job right now within this championship battle. Giving us some pretty good looks between Max and Charles. That has been very nice to watch them going back and forth. Charles definitely seeming to have had the edge over Max initially. And at this point in time, Red Bull has grown as a team and made developments as a team and given Max a stronger car, and he's doing pretty good. So we'll see how that tick for tack is going to continue on, but we'll see if Mercedes can get into that tick for tack. Can they actually break up what I call the power four right now between Max, Perez, Charles, and Carlos? Carlos is on his way to almost, I mean, he likes to spend a lot of money evidently because he wrecking up these cars like he don't give a damn, but we'll see what happens. So anyway, we'll see y'all on the weekend. More content coming out, but next week following this, we'll be back in the race week. We'll be in Italy. So I'm going to do the quali kickback, which is where I do a qualification watch along live. So I will set the reminders and the thumbnails out for you all to go ahead and start the link so you can join in on that. And then post the race, I will have the finale lap, which will be here talking about the race and all of that. But we got quite a bit of time for that, but just wanted to start getting us ready to go into the next weekend, the next week leading into that weekend for some more good racing. I appreciate y'all. Just build it. Peace. Thanks for tuning in and watching another video here at Wolfpack Performance. Check out some of my other content on Formula One issues, our topics, and our DIY products on how to customize your vehicle. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. See you soon.